Hey, listen!
Welcome everyone, this is AndresRestart, and this time we're going to be talking about how the Sacred Realm may be making its return in The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. But before we jump into things, let me point out that we are aiming to hit 25,000 subscribers by the time Tears of the Kingdom comes out on May 12th. So if you do enjoy my content, please subscribe and hit that notification bell, because then we might just make it. So this is another one of those short form videos that I'll be doing a few times a week. Basically, if someone asks a question or has a topic suggestion in the comments for videos like this one or on Discord or Twitter, I'll see if I can get to it and put out a little bit of a bonus video at some point in the week. So this actually came from Dragon Chi on Discord a few weeks ago, but I thought it was interesting, it was worth a little bit of conversation. So Dragon Chi asks, so I haven't really heard many people talking about where the Sky Islands come from, or more importantly, how they will come into being in Tears of the Kingdom. What are your thoughts or theories on how they will be introduced? Do they just manifest out of thin air? How will they appear? What is their origin? So my opinion is that the Sky Islands are closely tied to the Sacred Realm for several reasons. But first, let's talk about what the Sacred Realm is. Basically, the Golden Goddesses created the Triforce, and the Sacred Realm is where the Triforce is held. It's where it's kept and hidden. And throughout the different Zelda games, the Sacred Realm has been a point of contention. So, for example, Ganondorf in Ocarina of Time got to the Sacred Realm to steal the Triforce and caused all the havoc that was had in the future of Ocarina of Time. But then in Twilight Princess, the Interlopers also wanted to get to the Sacred Realm to steal the Triforce as well, and as a result, they were cast away to the Twilight Realm, and they became the Twilight. So this is potentially relevant for several reasons. One, there are some theories that the Zonai could in some way be tied to the Interlopers. Now, I'm not saying this is for sure going to be a thing, but it's simply one of many theories that's out there. So, the Interlopers became the Twilight because they were sent to the Twilight Realm, but what if there were some that weren't sent to the Twilight Realm? What if there's another people, and since they weren't sent to the Twilight Realm, they didn't become the Twilight, but instead they are just the Zonai? They are also a magic-wielding tribe, just like the Twilight, so there could be something there. But also considering how Ganondorf in the past has wanted to get to Sacred Realm to obtain the Triforce, maybe this is somehow tied to the events of Tears of the Kingdom. So we know Ganondorf is in Tears of the Kingdom, and he appears to be the zombie that comes back to life in the beginning, and we see him shooting mouse to the sky, and then we see the upheaval, we see the rocks coming down with the green energy, we see maybe the sky barrier breaking down, and once all the events of the beginning of the game take place, we now see the Sky Islands. I wouldn't be surprised if, in some way, shape, or form, Ganondorf is the one that causes these Sky Islands to appear, perhaps because he already has a history of accessing the Sacred Realm in order to get the Triforce or to obtain some sort of power, and we have seen him potentially summoning even the Blood Moon, and that also could be somehow tied to these Sky Islands. But I do believe these Sky Islands are definitely related to Sacred Realm, even if they're not the Sacred Realm themselves. So let's consider this. The Sacred Realm is depicted as a golden land, and we've seen illustrations where there are islands in the sky, and typically when there are islands in the sky, they're described as a heavenly-like area, a realm that is sacred. But also, these Sky Islands, a lot of them have these structures that look very much like Torii Gates. And what's interesting about Torii Gates is that Torii Gates are supposed to symbolize this gateway to the sacred. And a big part of Link's journey in Tears of the Kingdom is about going upwards, exploring these Sky Islands. What if these gates are meant to symbolize this journey or this entrance to the Sacred Realm? And perhaps the Sacred Realm is somewhere here. Perhaps in order to stop Ganondorf, Link needs to find the Triforce that is held in the Sacred Realm in some way. Another little angle I'll throw out here is that we know from creating a champion that the dragons were said to ascend to the heavens. And what's interesting about that is that in Breath of the Wild they ascended through the cloud barrier is broken down, and we see the dragons now flying around the Sky Islands. This supports the idea that the Sky Islands are the heavens, a sacred realm, or potentially the sacred realm. But those are my thoughts on these Sky Islands. I think they are closely tied to this idea of the Sacred Realm. I think there may be a quest to obtain the Triforce or something like that to assist in the efforts to stop Ganondorf, but we shall see. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. This is AndresRestart. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I'll see you all really soon. Take care. Bye.